Great sunrise, family, people of life, light, and the dark, and love. I hope all is well, sunshines, as it is with me. Well, this morning I wanted to get into self love and Agenda 21 slash Agenda 2030. See, self love plays a big part in everything. Everything. I once experienced feeling like I had to appease others. I had to get to be pulled to a certain point of acceptance to be loved, which was all just an illusion, nothing real in there, especially for me as a woman. So when we look at it, society has always pushed, well, enticed people to seek that sense of, or that feel of acceptance, but not just, I feel like when I'm speaking of acceptance, maybe I'm not giving it the gravity that it needs, the weight that it needs. Um, I can't pull it out when I want to say. It's like when you're working a job, you're competitive with others. So you want to be, you're fighting for the doggy biscuits, let's say it like that, or to be the best. And in being the best, being the one who gets that promotion, that gets that, uh, not just that acceptance, that inclusion. But that's not self-love. Because self-love, that to be successful, it all starts with yourself, accepting it first. You're the one that accepts it first. You're the one that gives yourself the promotion. You're the one that gives yourself that. Don't give that control to the outside of you. They have no choice but to give it to you, because your powers are that you recognize within yourself, that you know is pulling that forward for you. So it's not about them. It's not about the people around you. It's about you doing it for you. Not just to be competitive with someone, but because you that's what you want. I don't want competitiveness in my life. I want to do what I love to do because I know me and I want me to be happy. That's my self-love for myself. And Agenda 21, Black people who have been deprived, especially Black women, of this love are out in full force working for this Agenda 21 and this Agenda 2030. And we shouldn't be. But I hope that you all get this connection. Because we've been deprived, we are easy targets to do the devil's work. But yet we don't know. And we won't know because, like I said, it's undetected. It's undetected. But I'm about to play an extraordinary video because I thought this guy explained it beautifully in detail, what I was trying to attempt to explain last night. But definitely look and see the faces that are put forward to push this agenda. Has always been the Black woman, has always been us. And you can see in society where the Black man has discarded the Black woman. But like I said, this is all by design. Not all Black women, because a lot of us have our sense about us. A lot of us have ourselves about ourselves. We have that self-connection. So we know better than to go full force into putting people into harm's way. We know way better. But there are those who were told they were fighting for liberation of Black people under disguise of liberation of Black people. But these people that are pushing them forward are liars, and their fathers are liars. And they say they are Jews, but they are not. And you will see, because I'm doing another video after this one. You will see what is behind all of this. So now I'm going to get into playing this podcast for you guys.
Hi, and welcome. You're listening to the X22 Report. My name is Dave, and this is episode 2371 AN. Today's date is January 6, 2021, and the title of the episode is Central Bank and China Economic System Are Now in the Process of Being Destroyed. Let's talk about investing. You know, it's a new year. Time for new things. Trump's staying in the White House. So our friends at Noble Gold have all the protection you need. Security, yes, security. It's like dam proofing. It keeps the government from your savings, like the dam from your floors. How? By using gold and silver in your own IRA. You insulate it from the markets. If anything bad happens, you're safe and dry. Protect with Gold IRA this month, and Noble Gold will give you this stunning solid silver Apollo 11 commemorative coin from the U.S. Mint. Visit Noble Gold at noblegoldinvestments.com or call 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. Or click the link in the description. Let's get into the economic collapse financial news. Now, we know that the central bank, the mainstream media, the deep state, the invisible enemy, they are going to continue to push their agenda. Remember, the deep state, the central bank, the invisible enemy, they will never give up. They will never give up their power. They will never give up their control. They will never give up their economic system. No matter what happens, they will continue to push their goal. Their goal is to bring everyone into the Great Reset. Their goal is to have a one world government. Their goal is to control the entire economic system. This is not just with the economy. This is with everything that we're seeing. It's the same enemy. And they will continue to push their agenda until the very end, until they're destroyed. Trump and the Patriots, they know this. They know the only way to get rid of the central bank, the only way to get rid of the deep state, the invisible enemy, is to completely and utterly destroy them. Expose all of them for what and who they are. And that's what we are seeing right now. With the economy, the central bank, they have always known that their system would only last 40 to 50 years. Their system was only designed to last that long. It was never meant to benefit the people. It was meant to enslave them, rob them of pretty much everything they have, control the countries. And they knew that once the system came to that point in time, they would have to reboot it, reset it. But this time, they're trying to do it without their main cover story. Remember, the central bank, they have grown over the many years since 1913. They created the IMF, the BIS, ECB. They put private Western central banks in all the other countries. Their system is huge. It's around the world. Think about what happened during the first private Western central bank. The charter ran out, Congress didn't renew it. Think about the second private Western central bank in this country. Andrew Jackson got rid of it, but it was just in this country. Now Trump is going to battle the third private Western central bank. And it's not just this country. It's the entire world. That's how big
Black
it has
Fire
gotten.
Network Africa.
And he only has, and I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about the rest of them. They only have one shot to do this. And Trump and the Patriots, this is what they've been setting up. They've been setting up their shot. They've been preparing the United States for this point in time. This is why Trump has been deregulating. This is why Trump has been placing tariffs on China. This is why he's been hitting China very hard. We've been saying this for a very long time. Everything was being moved over to China. That's where the deep state, that's where the central bank was going to set up shop. Remember, they wanted a war. They wanted the United States to lose the war. This way, they can take over the entire world. The Constitution is in their way. And we can see they've been trying for a very long time. Now their system has reached the point where they have to do something or it implodes and everyone sees it. But they don't have that war. They don't have that cover story. People are going to see this now. People are going to say, you know something? There's something wrong with this system. Why can't we ever get out of negative interest rates? Why can't our country, why can't the people in the country, why can't it grow like it used to? Because in the beginning of their system, yes, with coming off a sound money system, the system takes off. People think it's fantastic. But what you're experiencing is inflation, which is really the devaluing of the currency. So people think, wow, my salary went up, my house went up, everything seems great. It's an illusion. It's really what that means is the currency just was devalued. And now you need more of that paper currency to pay for the same exact thing. But what happens at the end of their system? At the end of their system, it's the opposite way. Let's talk about investing. You know, it's a new year. Time for new things. Trump's staying in the White House. So our friends at Noble Gold have all the protection you need. Security, yes, security. It's like dam proofing. It keeps the government from your savings, like the dam from your floors. How? By using gold and silver in your own IRA. You insulate it from the markets. If anything bad happens, you're safe and dry. Protect with Gold IRA this month, and Noble Gold will give you this stunning solid silver Apollo 11 commemorative coin from the U.S. Mint. Visit Noble Gold at noblegoldinvestments.com or call 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. Or click the link in the description. You don't see what you saw in the beginning. You see everything completely fall apart. You don't see 15% interest rates. You see zero or negative. You see payment plans. You see two people working. You see credit card debt. That's what you see at the end stage of their system. At the end stage of their system, jobs are not really created. They're lost. The economy is stagnant. They have to put it on life support until they have their cover story. That's what we're experiencing right now. But during this period of time, Trump, he has been preparing the United States by bringing back manufacturing, deregulating, placing tariffs on China. And we can see that Nigel Farage out in the UK, since they made the deal with the EU, which is not a good deal for the people of the UK, Nigel Farage, he is now warning that this agreement with the EU is going to be a complete and utter disaster, especially with illegal immigration, because they have to follow the EU rules. Once again, that was not a good deal. It did not benefit the people. They were sold a fake bill of goods. And what have we seen so far? Well, Trump, he's going after China. He has been for a very long time. He placed tariffs on China. He put the USMCA to create Canada, the United States, and Mexico, which would be a manufacturing powerhouse to go up against China. We have the pandemic, where countries were saying, you know something, we can't have all our supply chains in one place. We have to move them out of there. And companies have been moving it out there. Recently, Trump signed an executive order putting more pressure on China. He wanted Chinese companies to delist from the New York Stock Exchange. And it seems that this is happening. The New York Stock Exchange is going to proceed with delisting of 3 Chinese telecoms to comply with Trump's executive order, based on Treasury guidance provided yesterday. Trump is hitting China very hard because he understands that the central bank China, they're all part of the new system. And he's pulling the United States away from this system and hurting China in the process. And we know that the deep state players, the invisible enemy, the central bank, yes, they're moving forward with their great reset. They're not going to stop. Trump doesn't want them to stop. He wants people to see this. He wants people to see what they're planning to do. Because sometimes you must show the people. And when the people see it, the people can reject. If they had their cover story of a war, who was going to object? Not many people, because they wouldn't be worried about that. They'd be worried about their families. They'd be worried about, where can I get something to eat? Where can I sleep? Everything that I know is destroyed. My family members are dead. That's their true cover story. This way, they could have done anything they wanted. Trump robbed them of all of this. And now they're having a problem. The Great Reset is not going to work. The people understand what this is. People are researching it and saying, you know something? This is not something we want. Listen to some of the things that they want to do here. Now, Klaus Schwab, from the World Economic Forum, he envisions an authoritarian system where big businesses acts as a partner with government. Well, that's interesting. Isn't that fascism? Big business would exercise its government-granted monopoly powers to maximize value for stakeholders instead of shareholders. Stakeholders include the government, international organizations, the business itself, and civil society. The Great Reset involves a huge expansion of the welfare state via a universal basic income program. This can help ensure compliance with the Great Reset's authoritarian measures. And think about all the other things they want to do. Basically, what they're going to do is they just want to control the people. We will give you these funds as long as you do what we say, period. And where are all these funds coming from? The world will be in debt. They will enslave not just individuals in certain countries, they will enslave the world. This is what they've been trying to do. But without that main cover story, without the war and the destruction and the death, they can't push this forward. They're trying to rely on the pandemic. The pandemic is not going to work for them. Yes, they might resort to something else. You might hear some crazy stories that are starting to come out, maybe some type of hack into the financial system, maybe something else, but it will be a crazy story when they start to realize their system, the system they want to move us into, is not working out because the people are not buying it. And I think this has already started where the people are saying, absolutely not. We don't want anything like this. There's no reason for it. Actually, what we should really do is get rid of the private Western Central Bank. And that's exactly what Trump is doing. This is why he has Judy Shelton on deck right now. She's standing by, ready to go. The Patriots will be moving forward to get rid of the entire central bank system. Listen, everyone, thanks a lot for listening. Be well, be safe, and especially be prepared. Thanks a lot.
See, now we know why. We know that it was all a setup, these shootings. Bobby Hemmett talked about it. If you follow the mainstream media, and I always talk about our interconnection and emotions because our emotions are used. We saw the Caucasians last night. Their emotions were used. Trump had nothing to do with that. Trump was expecting them to stand up, right? And they did so peacefully. But their emotions were incited. By what? There was something out there, someone out there in the crowd that knew that all they had to do was push a button. I would even say that it could have been a setup because where were the police? Usually there's police out there. I remember when I went to the White House, there was police out by the gate, keeping us from the gate. There wasn't last night for those people. So when we look at that and how some of the people say that it was easy, at first the police were allowing them to come through, then we can easily say that that was a setup for them. All they had to do was make them think outside that all hell was breaking loose inside, that it wasn't going to be any hope for their resolve. And that's what they did, made them think no hope for your resolve, just like they do on a daily basis on the news, the mainstream news, that is. They feed us lies, propaganda, unsubstantial things, information. They twist things like the vaccines that are currently affecting people. That's why us people with allergies cannot do the vaccine because they know damn well that if someone like me was shot up with that vaccine, I would immediately die. No ands if about it. Side effect, death. So this is what they do to us with the mainstream media. They incite more violence than anything on the planet. How can they turn around and say Trump incited violence when they incite more violence and they have a record of doing this? I don't need to go through the record because you see it on a daily basis for the last 10 years. We've seen them. But I'm going to share something else. Let me see what the Bobby.
Like I said, the key here is is you must, at this particular time, understand that you're not going to gain anything by going to these particular groups. See what I'm saying? These particular groups. You got to study. You see? And, again, the problem is you get beat over the head because you all are thinking and we're locked in this endless battle. How all this knowledge that we learn, how we going to go back and try to convince our family members. And that's the biggest mistake ever. Your family members are the worst people in the world. And this is a privilege. It's just like any initiation system. Nobody don't wake up the same time of day, so damn it, when you think they're gonna wake up? You see, they're in a catatonic state, but you are the representatives of them damn fools. So because you are, they don't have to be. They just wait around till the damn party starts. Because they have their representative in the field for them. You know that shit you do when you don't want to go to a funeral? We'll send one motherfucker as a representative. You know what I'm saying? This bitch, you ain't got no money to travel halfway the country. So they put some money together and send one nigga out as a representative. Well, you are a representative in the field, so shut your mouth. You don't have to tell them nothing. Plus, on the other hand, you all are trying to look to say if they will believe it, then it can be valid for you. The only way this can be valid for you is you have to make the decision for it to be valid for you. And on the other hand, therefore, when we're giving this particular information, please, whatever you do, don't follow me. Don't even believe, I don't give a fuck if you don't believe what I say. Because it's not about that. You know, now come on. We talk you in here, that's fine. But you know the rest of the motherfuckers ain't about shit. So ain't no sense in trying to save them. You see what I'm saying? Trample down the wretched and the weak. What are they talking about? They're talking about you got to get above just the bullshit around you just to see what's going on. And we get into this romanticism of learning about our damn people. I used to do that shit. I didn't have conscience. I go up in the supermarket. I said, look at my people. They're beautiful. Now I go up in the supermarket. I say, look at these motherfucking goddamn idiots up in there. They ain't about shit. But they ain't. You know what I'm saying? Running around here talking about some Lexus and all kind of shit. Some shit that we don't make. You know? This shit is savage, and it's not the damn underclass. They got an excuse. They're not privy to damn good information. We're talking about the so-called goddamn upward mobile motherfucker. They got shit on their mind. And that's your good old parents. And all the good old black people. Fuck it. Gotta sacrifice this shit. That's what time we at war right now. And they are out here so that you can get an extension to get this shit going down. But you gotta know what time it is. You can't be wasting time on a bunch of motherfuckers that ain't gonna be about shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm just telling you how it is. Because I can say that because ultimately it's not about humanity whatsoever. That's the key. I just said it was a bunch of monsters coming back to the eat and devour humanity, and that's your soul. So it's got to be based on your soul. You see what I'm saying? And not on your condition that you find yourself in. You can't help that. You see what I'm saying? But you can help your soul.
That's facts. And all is, he said, and all this is the last kicks of a dying horse, a system about to employ. Exactly. Exactly. And we said that destruction destroys itself. So what this man just said, Trump put into place self-destruction. Self-destruction. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's all by design. We gotta know that untouchables is real. untouchables are what the beings that are within us. That's what the untouchables are. So thank you for being here, Black Hot Fire Network family, and whoever else is out there. Till next time, always remember true love, real peace, the higher stuff within the soul. I hope your day is beautiful today. I know your day will be beautiful today. Till next time, peace.